Hello and welcome to that Double D team. It's your boy DIGA, and this is my top 5 favorite Christmas films. Now, there's a lot of films out there. A lot of films. Me personally, I'm not really big on films, so this was like a kind of a hard list for me to kind of put together. I remember when I was young, watched a couple that stuck to my head, but as I got older, I kind of fell off the whole Christmas. Oh, speaking of Christmas, you see this? This is probably the dopest Christmas sweater I've ever seen in my life. Shout out to the boy D for this one. This is hot. But yeah, Cap. Avenger boy. Look at the big A on the side. Look at that. Pow! Hold that. Anyway, like I was saying, like when it comes to Christmas films, I kind of fell off as I got older. So this list, you can see where the films are, and it's just kind of choppy through the years. So you can kind of tell through my list. But starting with number 5, Nightmare Before Christmas. Old school. I went to the cinema with my mom to go see this flick, and years later, as I got older, she told me, she's like, I remember I went to the cinema to go see Nightmare Before Christmas with you. What the fuck was I thinking? She thought it was horrible. I thought it was dope. It was a bunch of, I think Tim Burton made it or some shit like that. Probably. But it was like a lot of clay characters, but they made it look like cartoonish. But it was clayish. I don't know how to define it. But it was ahead of its time. Because I'm pretty sure they made another one just like it, like probably 10, 15 years later. And it's the same exact setup, same kind of characters built. I can't remember the name of it. Nightmare After Christmas? I don't know, but it's one of those. You probably know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I don't. Dope movie. But moving on, my number 4, Jingle All The Way. Now, this movie, I remember because I used to be with my little nephew a lot, and he used to be grounded. My sister didn't play that shit. He was always grounded in his room. He couldn't leave, but he had like a gang of movies, like all kind of Disney movies and shit like that. So a lot of my Disney memories is from watching in his room because he couldn't leave, and me and him used to just roll with each other and all that. My little nephew stuff. But Jingle All The Way. Who played it? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, trying to find that toy with the kung fu grip for his son, and like you know the situation. You go and it's sold out. This happened to me recently. Luckily, I had to go jingle all the way on these motherfuckers. But yeah, he went to extreme lengths to get this toy for his son. As parents, as we do, we bend over backwards for our children, and this was just showing it in a comedy way. And Sinbad, he felt the limelight now, but back in the day, Sinbad was in everything, and I think that's probably one of his last movies he was in before he kind of went ghost mode. But he played like a dope co-star in it. Yeah, it was dope.
You seen this recently?
What's that? Jingle All The Way? Nah, I seen this shit
No. You don't know if it holds up?
I don't watch Christmas movies like that, but to this day, I think it can hold up.
I remember watching it as a kid and enjoying it.
Exactly.
But I saw previews for it to be showing soon again.
Yeah.
And Schwarzenegger's accent.
What are you doing?
It took me out of it a little bit, but I don't know if it still holds up. But as a kid, it was. I agree. Yeah.
It was dope. It was dope as a kid, man. Dope as a kid. That was my number 4, Jingle All The Way. My number 3, Bad Santa, the first one. Now, this was the term because, like, I can say he is how I am because I'm not like that, but that's kind of how I see shit, like how I see things now, especially like holiday and stuff. Like if it wasn't for the kids, man, I wouldn't even care too much about it. Like, but Billy Bob Thornton, man, he nailed that role to a T. If I had to be a Santa Claus, I would have played it just like how he played it. Real shit. We're gonna move on. My number 2, Batman Returns. Now, it was to a point where I didn't even remember this was even a Christmas movie, because I just remember watching it as a kid. I remember watching like every other year, like every time it comes on, I just watch it, not even pay attention that it's a Christmas theme. Like it pops off around Christmas. I'm pretty sure like the penguin gets it popping and all that, and Christmas presents is around and bombs and penguins are flying around and shit like that. I actually watched it like a month ago on Sky or some shit, a month and a half ago. It's random, but yeah, Batman Returns. Michael Keaton.
Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, that was. I think Christopher Walken was in it too, with the white hair, just like looking like Albert Einstein. Also, yeah, he was actually. Yeah, it was him. The second of the Batman. That was the original Batman. The OG Batman. There's 3 Batmans, but the OG Michael Keaton. This ain't no Piss Compton. But yeah, that was the classic. Besides the first one with the Joker, that was real
Directed
classic.
by Burton.
Yeah.
Another Christmas film on your list.
Yeah, see that Tim Burton, he created that one. That was his creation. He did the first one too, right? Yeah. Tim Burton is OG when it comes to these early movies. But my number 2, Batman Returns. That's actually my number 2 is Batman Returns. That's the second Batman movie. See how all this works out? But anyway, now, but then again, my number 2 and number 1 could have easily have switched around, like most of mine on this list. But my number 1, Home Alone 2. My number 1, Home Alone 2. The Home Alone, not the franchise. I would never say the franchise. Home Alone 1 and 2 are classics.
The duology.
Yeah, the duology. But Home Alone 1 and 2 are classics. Like, I remember watching 1 with my older cousins, and I remember watching it. I always liked it, but they loved it, and they actually brought out like they made me like notice little things in the movie that like, oh, okay, now I understand why you really like that scene. Like, the movie was dope, doing all that shopping, walking on the road, and then shit just rips out the bag, and he's just there holding the bags, all the shit on the ground. Like, that's classic moments.
As a kid, you don't know how to double bag.
We weren't thinking about double bag. We can just carry everything with that one hand, and yo, I got this. 14 blocks, minor. I can do this. No, you can't. Triple bag that, man. Anyway, but mine is the classic Home Alone 2, where he goes to New York. Does the same thing as the first one, but he does it in New York, which I thought was dope. But realistically, he would have got clapped in the head a long time ago. That movie would have been like 25 minutes long. As soon as they realized, oh, he ran into that house, oh, he's inside the house, burn the house down.
Forget that, mate. That pigeon lady in real life.
Yo! What? Yo. But then again, it was a classic movie. I can actually still watch that movie to this day with my kids and stuff like that. So
New York pigeon lady's like the other version of Florida.
Oh. They ain't lying. I got pigeons. Run, Kevin. But yeah, that was a classic movie. Brought the cast back. Not John Candy, R.I.P. But yeah, good movie. Holiday spirits and all that type of shit. The whole meaning of Christmas, the turtle doves, and you know, I remember the recording thing he had.
Oh, Talk Boy.
Man, everybody
Wanted the Talk Boy.
everybody back in the day either wanted one or had one. And if they didn't have one, they had like the next bootleg one, and they thought they were the shit. I remember that the pen.
The Pen and the Watch.
Remember the pen? You could actually write some bars down, but you can record shit too. I remember I had it wasn't mine. It was my cousin O'Shea. She had one, and when she wasn't looking, I would take it and I would record shit and say like, "She's stupid," and put it back, and she plays it back to herself, and she realizes that she's stupid. But that was dope. They did a lot of merchandise. I think Macaulay Culkin, he kind of blew up off of those 2 films alone. I mean, he did Uncle Buck, but after that, Richie Rich, fucking Richie Rich, that was a classic.
My girl.
See, that was before. That was like, yeah, that was a classic too. Fuck you. I was actually watching that recently. Not recently, but some review of it or some shit like that. But
Once Mila Kunis dumped him, all went downhill from there, man.
he was fucking with it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Macaulay
Culkin, man. It
Macaulay
was
Culkin was fucking Meg.
C-Mac or something. That's what he used to go by, innit? Like his friend
shit.
called him. But yeah, I think he's
See,
sorted himself out now.
Okay, 'cause I was about to start
got
slating
himself
him.
back on.
But
It's a new advert as well at the moment.
I haven't seen it yet, but
Home Alone, Google.
Home Alone, yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah, check that out, definitely. That's a classic. Home Alone 1, 2. I can't lie, I watched 3.
I've seen it.
I could watch it,
It's not
but
canon.
it's not Macaulay Culkin, you know. But I heard it a 4th one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it to myself. You know, I was pretty sure the third one had the kid from Liar Liar. Remember the kid from Liar Liar?
Jim Carrey's son.
Jim Carrey's son. He played the kid, the star in the third one. I watched it a couple times because my nephew, once again, had all the shits on tape. My sister was not playing that shit. He ain't going nowhere.
See, the plot, story, and the kid, decent.
Yeah.
The villains for me were too over the top and cartoony for me, and compared to
the first dude, like the leader of the group, he was alright, but the chick and the dude with the long hair, like, it was too animated.
yeah.
Like, they wanted to be Marv and Harry so bad, but there's
But
so
Harv
many.
and Mary were down to earth real characters.
Oh yeah,
But
I actually believe
that
that Harry would
funny
shoot you.
moments, they weren't acting zany.
Yeah.
They were, like, especially
Yo,
number 2.
yo.
They were looking to kill the kid.
Yo, they're looking to shoot him, you know. Pull the strap out and like, yo, I'm about to bust you in your face with this 38 revolver.
The first one's gonna bite his fingers off though, isn't it?
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
wet bandits.
People forget about him, and like it's PG, but
Yo, they was looking on some real shit, and that had you thinking, because, like, them kind of situations actually used to happen back in the day, like home invasions and shit like that. They actually made a movie about it, made it like friendly holiday, and people loved it. And like, I can't wait to get that Home Alone. Like, no, cause you thinking you really gonna try and build a trap and become the town hero? No, no, Kevin McAllister, no, you won't. But I loved it. Home Alone, that was my Home Alone 2. Home Alone 1 was dope, but Home Alone 2, I thought they brought like a whole next element to it. From Chicago, this man is in Miami. Who wants to spend Christmas in Miami? Someone so hot. That was his whole thing. Me personally, I would love it. Let's go. Get out of here. Chill by the pool. Eat Chinese food. Merry Christmas.
do that for a holiday, man. There's no Christmas theme there. There's no turkey.
Yo,
no turkey, Mr.
Only
Chandler.
thing I can probably say about Miami, there's no pine trees out there. They got palm trees and regular trees. There's no kind of them kind of trees don't exist out there.
I mean,
But other than that, I love it. But those are my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. Obviously, my boy D and JD, they got their version, but you obviously know that mine's the best, you know? So, like, share, subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace.